Yo, man, let's go to EVO 2010. EVO 2010. That announcement when that gold TE stick. I was like, yo, I need to get that. I don't know what the fuck was. I don't know what was in my head, but I was like, yo, I need to get that, man. I gotta get that.
I think everybody wanted it.
Everybody wanted it. Yo, everybody was out for blood. Everybody. And then I was mad because like after I made the qualified pools, I lost the first 2 matches. I don't know what the fuck happened because I was on the road.
That EVO had a lot of entrants too. It was over 2,000 something.
I had a good run that first day. Then day 2, I just lost the first 2 matches. I was so depressed. I didn't want to like. I want to talk to nobody, man. I just wanted to sit there and chill. But Chaos after Chaos. Hey, my boy, we trained, so I'm gonna show him love. Yeah, best Ken. Yo, he was the best Ken in America at that time.
I think he got the award for.
He got the
Rising Star.
The Rising Star Award. Yeah. But he was so pissed. He's like, I got a cowboy hat. He was mad. He was like, I got a cowboy hat.
He's a Rising Star.
We all wanted we wanted the T stick. We like if it's not me, my boys, like we wanted that shit.
No one expected me to win it. They definitely did.
Then you came up. Yeah, what the fuck? Yo, I heard your bracket was so smooth. You just like until like near the end, but it was just bodying everybody with Honda. And then you end up playing Chaos for it, right? To qualify, right? I think it was Chaos. No. Who did Justin lose? No, who did Chaos lose to? He lost to Mike Ross in the winners. Yeah, then you played. No, you didn't play Chaos at all. I don't know who he lost to.
I forgot.
I know he lost to Mike Ross. That's one of the matches. I forgot what.
No, I lost to Ricky.
You lost to Ricky in
top 16.
In top 16, but then you beat who you beat to get to top 8 though?
I beat something boy. What's his name? I don't remember at the moment.
Something boy.
Yeah.
Why that name? It's somebody good too, right? Yeah.
He was a Guile player, but I'll be honest.
Lama Boy. I remember Lama Boy. Yeah, that's the homie, man. Shout out to Lama Boy, man. But I know he was probably depressed too. Like, yo, everybody was depressed.
Well, I know everyone's depressed, but I'll be honest with you. At that time, I was playing almost at nighttime. I would play online with the Colombian Guile players. Oh man, I was beating like every Guile player back then. I don't think
how you pair with Colombian people?
No, they just messaged me. It was laggy, but I played it anyways. I didn't care.
Yeah, we don't even care about the internet. We were just like happy to play online.
Actually, I don't think anyone has seen that setup with Dowson with EX Fire yet because that negates Guile's sonic booms. And if he's still charging, he has to eat a mix-up.
That makes sense.
At that time, the Guile players didn't know how to escape that trap. Because if you throw it at a certain angle, right, and they just throw a sniper boom and EX Fireball is coming, it's 2 hits. So it was 1 hit, then you can teleport on them. So they didn't know about that back then. I mean, but I played a lot of Guile players at that time. A lot.
All right.
I don't think I lost to any Guile player at that time.
But let's talk about like when you qualified for top 8, like how did you feel, man? Like it was like, oh shit.
Nah, another day. It's not like I never won a tournament before. It's another day.
You're just so casual with it, right?
It's casual. I don't really.
So this is light work, man. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, coming from my background, I placed a lot in top 3s a lot in my life already, so it's nothing new to me.
But I mean, you got the stick, man. You still have it?
Still have it. I mean, I think my victories that I care about are the players that I want to beat. And at that time, that was when I was in my 20s. I really wanted to beat Justin. I really want to beat Eddie. But you know, it's hard to beat someone that you train with constantly. Very difficult because they know how you play and you know how they play. It's just these very subtle different changes, right? That I know what the funny part is.
You know what you have to do, but it's just like they have the same mindset. Yeah.
No, I know what I have to do, but if I take it to that point, it's going to be still going to have a bad outcome because at that time back then, I know I was being a lot more impatient and try to, especially against like Justin. With Eddie, I was being too patient, and then he'll take advantage of the last like 30 seconds, and then I get destroyed. Yeah. But those are the kind of like times is like you have to be a good risk taker. You can't be like turtling the entire time.
Yeah.
But back then we loved turtling. If
People
we
were
could do
complaining.
yeah, they
People were
were. East
complaining.
Coast always turtling. We're the Turtle Kings back then. Don't do nothing.
Oh, well, I mean, look, turtling got you far. So,
It did. You know,
Hey, that's all
play
that
Honda.
matters.
I just want to do jab hands. That's it.
Now
Keep you out.
people wish they can turtle more.
You know, it wouldn't be so bad, but it just looks bad. You know,
Yeah.
it looks bad on stream when people are not doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone's seen that. I think they were playing Eddie Lee and Boz or Justin Wong and Boz. They did nothing for like for like 60 seconds. Can you imagine?
And,
They started. They just touched each other a couple times.
I mean,
That
it was a
it.
lot. That was like the entire CBS 2 EVO runs. It was just so.
I mean-
it was like they were in that one year that they had to like cut it down to one game only
Yeah.
because it was too much
Too long.
Yeah, man. It'd be like that, man.
I think that was at Polytech that 1 year. That wasn't called.
Was that Polytech? I thought that was Vegas or maybe one of those.
Oh, it was Vegas. It was one time at Vegas, one time at
Okay.
Polytech. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he ran out of time at
Yeah, I gotta go.
Polytech.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You guys gotta get out of here.
All right. So fast forward, man. So during the CF years, you know what I mean. That came about. Unfortunately, it shut down. It was shut down.
That was near the closure of CF times because Sam was getting really old already.
Yeah.
And there weren't that many new games coming out during like 2010 and stuff. There weren't that many fighting games. There were, but they weren't as popular. They didn't bring in a lot of business.
Yeah.
And the problem was that it's the predominance of console. It was moving towards more console
Net play
heavy.
too, yeah.
And not really that much net play. I'll be honest with you. Net play is popular, but in a competitive scene, net play is not something that you actually improve upon.
Right.
Because I'll be honest with a lot of people, if you want to really get good, offline is a primary source in order to get good. You know, even though I would say your net playing is a good place to test out things, you know, test out theories. But at a high level, you can't have anything interrupt your
Right.
gameplay. Nothing.
Okay. I mean, well, because of
Can't have any
that, I
kind
mean,
of
because of the accessibility now of these modern games going to consoles, right? As opposed to being in for the arcades for like a few months,
Well-
then consoles.
I'll be frank with that too. I think an hour offline with someone evaluating you than you playing on your own accord, because you can't pick up things that third-party people can pick up and give you a lot
Yeah.
more suggestions.
Okay.
It's very hard to do that on net play unless
Okay.
you have a viewer. You know, a lot of streamers are getting better because they actually stream their games and they get a lot of insight from their
Their
viewers.
watchers,
Yeah,
and
their viewers
like
stuff.
you know, and getting offer device.
Yeah, you get an offer device.
Yeah.
You get a different mode of thinking, or
Okay.
you get a different side of
Yeah.
the coin.
Okay, that
So
makes sense. That
it's
makes
much better. Like
Yeah.
you don't really get that. You just play by yourself.
Yeah.
Streamers can afford to do that, but there's only a certain threshold from people streaming that you
Okay.
can get better at. I think still the offline play is much better when you meet players of different calibers, right? I'll be honest with you, a lot of players that still play today, they still prefer offline and still playing with only select amount of people because those select amount of people will get you better in a shorter duration of time than you playing like, I'll be honest, like 40 hours a week of net play. You can get that same 40 hours a week net play in a couple hours offline, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Sometimes you play like 40 hours a week, you won't even get one epiphany.
Yeah.
You won't get even no insight.
Yeah.
Because it becomes so redundant. Because you're not playing with people of that caliber that can actually articulate to you
Yeah.
what the problems are
Right.
and what the pros and the cons are.
Right.
I mean, the internet is vast, but these people are not at that caliber to explain to you unless everyone that's your viewer is like very high caliber.
Yeah, I think it's like more hands-on.
Yeah,
if that
a
makes
lot of
sense.
things are
Yeah.
theoretical. Don't misjudge me. There's a lot of great people that are theoretical. It sounds great in theory, but bad in practice. People have to realize that. A lot of stuff that they theorize sound great in theory, but when you try to apply it to real people, they're like, why doesn't it work? That's the same thing, you know. I say you got to be pragmatic about it, but you know, have to be practical about it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
that's how
Work on your fundamentals.
I think that way too.
I think it's raining.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up soon before it gets worse. All right, so let's fast forward. So how did Next Level came about? Like what like decide?
Well, Chinatown Fair closed down, and I basically said that, you know what, I gotta keep it strong. I gotta keep the scene alive. So I opened up Next Level. You know, hopefully to make some extra money. You know, I'm not looking for a gold. I mean, I'm not looking for a gold mine. If I was looking for a gold mine, I'd just go back to day trading, because this is not something that.
That's what he was doing, like a lot.
Yeah, I was doing day trading at that time. I was doing algorithmic trading.
Okay.
At that time, we were running a lot of programs on TradeStation.
Yeah.
You know, TradeStation is still a very good platform to trade on.
It is.
You guys are trading,
Yeah, it
very
is.
good. I don't trust their data so much. I think it's a little bit laggy, but you know,
All right,
that's a different topic.
So you had it. So it wasn't. This wasn't the original location. The original one was on 8th
Avenue and 40th.
40th, right? A little bit further down.
12 blocks.
I mean, you was bringing in people though.
I was, but then the location wasn't that accessible, and you know, there's only
Yeah.
one train there, and I didn't like the parking situation there.
I hate the parking. It's hard to find, especially at nights. Like it's ridiculous. And then so you left there to open up here. I know there was a little bit more situation. We just kind of wrap things up before it starts heavily raining.
Oh, it's a rent situation. That's what.
Yeah, most likely a rent situation. But anyways, now that you're here, you know what I mean. You got the space. You have a basement. That's cool.
Well, I try to make it look
And a backyard that you
I
open
try
it
to
up.
make it as professional as possible here at this location.
I see that,
Because
man.
that other location was kind of like a test point. But right now, I think, you know, there's a lot of venues that other people go to. You know, they go to Brooklyn Arcade down the block on 60th.
Do you support like other venues?
I support other venues, but you know, I can just do word of mouth. You know, that's what I'm usually practicing. Word of mouth is much better than just going spamming online. You know, you tell people there's that place. You know, there's a lot of great places in this city you could go to, like Zero. You know, I think it's a great place if you want to learn Smash.
Brooklyn that just opened.
Yeah, Brooklyn is a little bit different. I don't know. It's kind of new, so I don't know much about it.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
I mean, it's new. But I mean, hey, it's new.
There's Waypoint Cafe if you want to go do like a lot of PC gaming. I implore people, it's good out to go places, you know. You want to be like a Ronin and travel other places. You don't have to just come to the Next Level. You know, Next Level could be a stomping ground, but you know, it's different, you know. And the other places can be your tournament scenes that you go to, you know. So.
All right. So one last thing. You know, you've been around FGC day one.
Too long.
Yeah, too long, but day one. Do you, as a competitor, is there any moment that you plan on retiring?
No, I don't plan on retiring. But you know, I see myself doing this all my life until I die, because this is something I enjoy, you know. And I want to pass on the same kind of experiences that I have to newer generation as much as possible that I can. And I hope people do travel to other places, you know, to keep the scene alive, because it's from one person to another that you pass on these friendships, this camaraderie, and you spark other people to join the FGC. And that's what matters to me, you know. To grow the scene to a point where we can actually do things that other sports events can do also, you know, which is to propel people up to a place where we can say those people are champions and they're getting paid a champion salary, you know.
But all right, that's good. So as a competitor, because you know people that do retire, like for example, Alex Valle like kind of semi-retired as a competitor, but he helps people. As
whatever way you can help a person by whatever means get into the FGC, it doesn't matter what methodology that you use, as long as it's productive and it yields results. I think you're doing something great. Just don't keep on doing something that's not yielding any kind of results.
Okay. You know? I mean, you did birth you did birth champions.
No, I did birth champions here, but I've been around for a long time. I have a high standard here. You know.
I mean, you're the original champion, but you also birth champions.
I always say, can't beat the store owner employees. I don't think you're gonna go far. You know.
I'm just saying that's just something that you should be proud of. You know what I mean? Because
I'm proud of it.
People do look up to
but
you.
I'm not doing this for my ego. I'm doing this so that, you know, in the future the FGC is still prevalent, you know, around everywhere, and maybe I hope it's more prevalent than some other sports, you know. I hope so, because every other sport is competing for views, you know, so, you know, we're trying to compete for those eyeballs too.
All right, so So you still gonna travel to the majors? Well, not all majors, of course, but
Well, not all majors. The ones I can reach.
All right, that's
Yeah.
cool, man. That's good. I'm glad.
I'll still be
I'm glad that you're
competing
still gonna be competing. Yeah.
Until maybe I get arthritis or something. Then,
Arthritis, yeah.
Or maybe I'm too old. You know.
They got. Your
doubt
body
it.
got to break down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your body got to give up on you.
Retirement is not in my vocabulary
All right, that's
as
good.
something I will actually do.
If you're not planning on retiring, then I'm not going to retire. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play where I can play at. You know what I mean? I probably won't do it full time, but I'm definitely gonna be. I'm gonna be around too.
I want to tell people.
My bad. Sorry.
I just want to tell people if you guys want to stop by the store, we're here at Next Level, 874 4th Avenue in Brooklyn. You can take the D, N, and R trains here. There's plenty of parking here, and we're open every day except for Sundays, from 3 p.m. and onwards. And thank you guys.
All right, cool, man. Henry, thank you for taking the time. Like we spent like an hour talking, man. We could talk for days because you know you and I always talk.